Good afternoon, people. I had to go do a couple of things real quick, but I'm here. We're going to get started right after this. Yeah. Let's get right to it. There's a lot going on in these streets. Oh, wait. Good afternoon. Stand on the meeting. We in the building. Salute to everybody. Blessings to everybody. So, blessings to the people that's in the chat already. Appreciate the support. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I was working on something all day, right? I was working on a few things and I couldn't get everything that I wanted, and I got frustrated because I wanted to show y'all. And I think Active Chucks might have captured it last night in their live. But I wanted to get the original audios and put them together so the people can hear how his story about what happened in Wheeler, Texas changed and changes every single time he tells it. And without me trying to push people to come to reality, I just would like to just put it out there. Let you hear it yourself, right? And then you do with that what you may. But his story changes every time he tells it. But then this came across my desk, and I think they did cover it, but I wasn't able to hear it last night. The back and forth between him and Geddy Radio. And I like Geddy Radio. Salute to him. I done used his content in the past. He tries to stay down the middle as possible, but the little clip that I heard tells me, I don't want to keep calling people compromised, you know what I'm saying? Because, I really don't know the situation. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just know this. I say 100% that you have something to do with the Big U indictment. I say you're the orchestrator of that indictment. That's my right. I can think what I want to think. You won't be summoning me to your room to question me about what I think. Just not going to happen. But we cut from different cloths. Now we could stand on the media through be a third party or something. We can maybe negotiate. I doubt that would even happen. But I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, I would do it that way. But the truth of the matter is, I wouldn't conversate with him about it at all. I don't have zero interest in it. I'm just trying to be fair about the conversation, man. But there's no need for me and you to conversate about that. I said what I said. You think what you think. It is what that is. The fuck? Shit, what the fuck? You know? It's your job to go out there and prove me otherwise. But I see your fingerprints all on it. But I did listen to that paperwork that was read, and it said that a couple of witnesses is in there. And one of them, Big U, said that, what did he say in the paperwork? He wanted to do something to him. What did he say? Can somebody tell me in the chat what Big U said he was going to do to one of the witnesses allegedly? Something. But didn't he threaten, or wouldn't it said like something like that towards Wack or something, a 600 or something in the past? I'm not sure. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? CS2 back. Yeah. Probably has thousands of pecan recordings there because you're real. Yeah, man. This dude is he's next level. We ain't never seen nothing like this. He going for Whitey Bulger crown, bro. He's going for the crown. Man, he took more black people down than COVID. Wow. Call him CS2 Vid. CS2 Vid. We gonna drop the back and just put CS2 Vid. You know what's crazy, right? Let me tell y'all what's really crazy about the CS2 back shit for real. This is what opens my mind. Cause I'm one of those optimistic type of people. I can't help it. Grandma really worked the number on me. Shame on you, Grandma. My pops not so much. My pops don't trust shit. He don't trust a ninja as far as he can throw him. Straight up and down. But Grandma was way more optimistic than him, you know? And she would be in my ear, and I just be hearing her all the time before I just jump out the window by calling people sheeps. And just flat out dummies who just want to hear what they want to hear. What's so crazy about the CS2 back shit? Scandalous Los Angeles TV has already solved that. Like that is you can't even dispute it, but people still dispute it, man. And if y'all didn't hear the content over and over and over and over again, I would go get it right now and play it for you. When he sat there and interviewed Greg Kadings and backed Greg Kadings into a corner to admit that on the paperwork, the only thing that was wrong was the first letter of the name. It should have been W. It should have been Wack instead of back. He wanted to make it perfectly clear there was no such thing as back in the paperwork. And he also said Wack admits that. He said, and I think Wack admits that. But when it comes to Mark Stevens saying that was Wack 100 that I talked to on that intercepted call when he was defected, Greg Kading says, how does he come to that conclusion? What? Because he talked to him. It's in the paperwork. His paperwork. It says in the fucking paperwork, the CS2 back boy, the Wack boy. He said, I ain't talked to no back. He said his attorney said, no, that's Wack. They put B because he a blood. That's how he knows. The fuck are you talking about? But for some strange reason, Greg Kadings, come on, guys, if you on my line, bro, I'm live, bro. I know you see me live, bro. I can't answer the phone and I'm live, bro. It's crazy. I'll call you when I get off the live, bro. But that is fucking crazy to me, y'all. Greg Kadings, of course, he's not going to just flat out admit it, but he did everything except that on that call. Scandalous Los Angeles solved that shit that day he was on the phone with Greg Kadings, man. Not to mention all the work that Deuce Sims and them already did exposing him. How simpler could it be that he's admitting to the transcript saying CS2 back in it. He's admitting that it shouldn't have said CS2 back in it. He's admitting that Wack has also agreed and admitted that was him in the paperwork. Then how the fuck is he not CS2 back, man? And you will still have these motherfuckers out here talking about, I don't know. Everything ain't gonna be in no black and white. Before Meech got out of jail, we didn't even know nothing about a Frank's hearing, man. Third party cooperation. The fuck are people talking about? Man. So anyway, I see my man Geddy Radio. He gets summoned to the 100 side. And depending on his response to Wack 100 question him, that was going to depend on if they was going to turn his ass into content or not. That's a fact. All because he insinuated that he think Wack has something to do with the indictment. The fucking world knows that, Wack. I know you good at manipulation, but that shit is over, bro. That shit's so over, bro. It's not even funny, bro. We seen you sit right next to Loose Cannon and coach that nigga the same way Greg Kadings and them coach Keefe D in that confessional hearing. We seen you do it. We seen you talk about the guns, the numbers and shit, stamping it, about the serial numbers and shit being written. When they ran up on you at the Novo in the parking garage, you said every name that Big U has. As if you knew you was wired, or as if you knew them people was listening, man. Who you playing with? When Tiny Draws came to Clubhouse, you made sure he told on the record what happened. At the same time, talking about why he bring it to the internet. Nigga, you was happy with glee that he brought it to the internet, sir. Everybody know you had your hands all in this. You manufactured a beef with him. You orchestrated this entire thing. This entire thing. That's why he went to Mark Stevens. He went to Mark Stevens to get the straw to break the camel's back, because he was already on to you. And when Mark Stevens showed him that paperwork and you was in that shit, it was without a doubt then that you was CS2 back and that you was investigating him. And you've been on it ever since. You orchestrated this whole shit. Everybody should know that by now. But Geddy Radio felt he needed to be summoned to Clubhouse to answer some questions. So for those who ain't listened to it, we gonna listen to it together. I'll be honest with you. I caught bits and pieces, but I didn't really want to listen to it. But we gonna listen to it. I want to see because maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm seeing this different, and I can admit I didn't listen to it all the way. So let's get to it. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm not over there on the chat right now, man, because it's a lot I want to say and a lot I want to talk about. So let's get to it.
Back at you with another video. I want to give a double salute to all of my supporters and anyone watching this video right now. And if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to the content. Okay, man, we already know that Wack 100 is a straight shooter. He don't bite his tongue, he don't duck no smoke, and he sure as hell ain't gonna hesitate when he gotta confront somebody, man. And this time he confronts yours truly. He accuses me of running a false narrative, playing the 50, not being honest, and insinuating that in some kind of way he had something going on with Big U's Rico, man. And this is a very, very interesting clip, and I know you guys are gonna have a ball with this one. It is interesting. I'm gonna let y'all get to it. Shout out to Wack 100. Shout out to 100 ENT. This is Geddy Radio. Let's go.
Where Geddy at? Bring your
Wack, what up, bro? Hey, Wack, what up, bro?
Bring your ass here.
Me, man, does the Bluetooth actually work?
Bro.
Who cares?
Bruh.
I don't need it. What the fuck just happened? Boy, he getting his money. I'll tell you that.
Go ahead, run the content, nigga. You know what's going on. You in the hot seat.
Hey, Wack.
You gonna run your content, I'm gonna run your content. Nah.
It's all good, but I'm just gonna say, I don't know what you talking about, but I ain't gonna never go out my way to besmirch your day. You know I
No, listen, you in the hot seat.
I don't know what this is. But I gotta call somebody like, yo, Wack got them tripping. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I just love how he wants to make sure everybody is so careful but how they deal with his name, how they handle his name. But he can go out here and just destroy anybody he feels the need to destroy his name. With no regard to their family, their kids, their anything. It's crazy how that works.
I'm like, what I done did?
We're going to the end of the content. And me and you gonna have a conversation about the end of your content. Listen, it's just a conversation. It's content.
Yeah.
What you mean, nigga? This is more content for your page.
Facts.
Wack
man. What's up, man?
This nigga said facts.
With Geddy TV and
Geddy Radio.
Geddy Radio. So you got the content, right? We just go to the end of the content.
These niggas,
Let's go to when you start talking.
Which video was this one?
I got now you gonna start.
Where they be getting these men? Where they be getting these dudes from, man?
Really, hold on, let me go get.
I ain't grow up with these type of people, man. I'm sorry.
Get your content.
Yeah, I do a lot of videos, man. Hey, look, Wack, I'm just saying.
Okay, you do a lot. This nigga right here crazy.
I'm just saying.
That's a fact.
I'm just saying, bro. I ain't gonna go out my way to smirch your day. I don't know what you talking about.
Listen, Geddy, I'm all for
I swear I'm not trying to do this, but damn, you smirching his name because you dare to have an opinion about it? About some shit that's going on in the vlogs, like he say? If it's out there, we gonna talk about it, and you got an opinion, you got a brain, you got common sense, so that's the smirching his name? Damn, did you call him a sucker ass nigga or something? In the audio, did you call him some rat ass nigga or something? What'd you do? You tell him that you went New York on him and told him the SOD or something? What is it? SMD? You tell him the SMD or something? I'm just trying to understand how you smirch his name.
For the content, there you go, Geddy. Go, since I gotta send you your content.
Where the smirching at?
Hold on.
Maybe I need to listen. Let me mute up. I'm gonna listen.
Understand what content I'm talking about.
Hold on. Let me check it out. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Wack. That's the last joint I dropped.
I know. This is why I know you know what content.
I figured it had to be that one.
No, you didn't, because you didn't even say Wack. Are you talking about my last clip? You didn't even say it, Geddy. But that lets me know I got you.
No. What I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying.
You didn't want to mention it
because you ain't never hit me up on nothing. Like, I ain't never got no phone call like this before.
This is how I know.
I wonder if you can get backbones on Amazon, because you know they sell so much different things. Never mind.
Hey, what the fuck did I say?
So Geddy.
What's up, bro?
You knew exactly what content
but you know, but you know I fucks with you. I ain't gonna go out my way to be.
That ain't got nothing to do with
something out of pocket.
No, we about to have a conversation.
We can clear it up.
We are on the audio app. This is Geddy motherfucking Radio. Right? Geddy Radio.
I had to stop for that response right there in the chat. Salute to BMW on that one. How did these dudes even call themselves men? How you let a man handle you like a child? And they be the ones with children that be killing me. I be like, God damn. Where's the adoption agency when you need them to step in? What is it? What is them people? Child protective service. What's the number? We need to save these babies.
Yo,
this is crazy, homie. Let me mute up.
On Wack 100. Now, all we gotta do is go to the end when you start talking, the narration part.
So last night I used him. Honestly, nothing better than when
See, Geddy, let me ask you a question.
What up?
When you was doing your talking before you uploaded, you told yourself, boy, this nigga hear this, he gonna have something to say. Tell the truth. I know you kind of I know that finger was kind of like, do I put it up?
No, sir. No, I wasn't. Bro,
and then you know where I get it from? I get niggas that say, see, Wack, you fuck with niggas like this, and you won't fuck with me. But guess what? It's good content. Geddy, it's good content. So go ahead on and go to the end where you start talking, saying, well, Wack this, that, and this, that, and we're going to just, fuck it. I'm DJ Wack 100. I know how to do it. God damn it. Hold on. Let me go to music. Let me see. What did the Dre's tell me? Music mode. All right. Now, can y'all still hear me talking when I'm in music mode?
Yes, sir. Finger up, shut the room, back in the.
We gonna run it for old Geddy. Since Geddy on some bullshit. My man, the
Bro, I ain't on no bullshit, Wack. You know better.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, Geddy.
you know better than that, Wack.
I ain't tripping.
Really?
We gonna have a conversation.
Man. God damn.
That's it.
God damn. I gotta start back writing.
Wack 100's words against him, man, because when the grid program information came out, Wack 100 said, "Hey, man, when he heard about that, his heart dropped a little bit because him and Big U."
Hold on, this you
got that conversation. All right, we gonna leave it right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this audio, man. We got Wack 100 once again having a heated debate this time with the New York Goons and the Bloody Bunch on Clubhouse, and they're asking him the same question they've always asked him, man. Hey, what's really going on with Big U? What's really going on with the case? Why you not tied into the RICO? How you know about these charges? How you know about the grid program? How you know about Nipsey Hussle sex tape? How you know about this, that, and the third? What did you really do? What kind of business did you do? And Wack 100 has always said he ain't do no illegal business with Big U. He ain't run with Big U in that way. So, they kind of using Wack 100's words against him, man, because, when the grid program information came out, Wack 100 said, hey, man, when he heard about that, his heart dropped a little bit because him and Big U ran together for 17 years. And now it seems like, he's changing up his tune a little.
Okay.
Now, what was wrong with any of that? Because all that sounded pretty standard, right? That sounded about right. See, this is why it doesn't cost to align yourself with these dictators, because they consider you a pawn. Because that's what you are, a pawn. That's why he summoned you to the hunting side, because you're a pawn to him. And if you playing chess and he tells you to move a certain way and you decide to do what you not the opposite of what a pawn is supposed to do, then you shall be summoned to the king. So he called you and told you to come to that motherfucking Rome to get you in line because you dare to speak truth to power. See, but that's what that's what happens when you align yourself with shit like that. Yeah, you got the views and them AdSense checks is looking great. I know. It look good till it ain't. Till that nigga say, you know what, enough, and pull you back. Please, I wish. I'd rather keep chugging along, doing the little numbers that I'm doing until I get to where I need to before I ever bend the knee. Nigga, you got to be crazy. You ain't said nothing wrong. Everything. And salute to the Bloody Bunch, by the way, for keeping a foot on his neck. God of Kings, my guy right there. Stack City, what up? But salute to y'all for stay putting that pressure on him. But yeah, you were the one that was pushing that grad program as he was ratting with the grad program. And he had this government issue BlackBerry. And he was doing this with it and doing that with it. We wasn't doing no such thing. At least that's what the paperwork is saying. But yeah, let's get back to it. Let me mute up.
So how am I changing up my tune? You said it, Geddy. Geddy,
I prefaced that.
Geddy, you said it. So how am I
I prefaced that with saying you always said that you never done no illegal business with Big U.
They always.
I prefaced that, but I prefaced that with saying that. You understand what I'm saying? I prefaced that with saying it. So when I'm commentating around what's being said in the audio. But I always say,
he ain't even listening to Geddy right now.
Okay. Now, I want to know what you meant by what you said. You said Wack is like he's backtracking. Listen, bro. Pitbull here, right? I've been knowing Pitbull just as long as I've been knowing Big U. Now, this is some real shit.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you the things I know about Pitbull. I know he's Muslim. I know he's NOI, right? I know his upbringing is out of the Harlem Crips. And I've learned in the last year or so that he does a lot of auction and car sales. People call him about. I've learned that since I've been on Clubhouse. Now, I'm pretty sure
Listen to this
I
shit.
knew who his wife was and I knew who he separated from. Right? Boom. I'm pretty sure it's a whole lot more to Pitbull. But that's what I know of Pitbull. You get what I'm saying? So Geddy, now let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Did you read the Big U indictment paperwork, the RICO paperwork?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the males, not the two women. What do those people have in common? The males, the 5 males that's in his indictment, RICO. What do they have in common?
Outside of the fact that they 60s?
Oh no, let's stay right there. All of them from Rolling 60s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we look at Big U, looking at him, we could tell.
Now, I want y'all to remember what his intro was that really ticked this dude off. I want y'all to remember what he said now. What the fuck does what he's talking about right now have to do with any of that? What does it have to do with any of that? Nothing. You know that. Has nothing to do with that. This is about whipping his ass in line, putting him in submission. To respond to what the Bloody Bunch said over there, because the Bloody Bunch is going to push the real narrative. And this is how you come and steer that narrative and you cut it up and you slice it up and then you put it back out there in the hemisphere. And now people are like, oh, well, yeah, I didn't see it that way. And oh, yeah. He loves to control this narrative. See, this boy is very creative when it comes to this content space. That's why we say a particular person who act like he ain't on that man's side really is. Y'all see it though. It's coming.
He's a man that likes to be in control. We could kind of say he's a man like to be in control of his situation.
I would say that.
Okay, so if he had 2 power rules, 2 brims, and a motherfucker nigga from Venice Showline involved in some shit, can he control them the way he could control those 60s?
We won't listen to all this, I promise
think
y'all.
So. You mean as far as West Coast politics is concerned? Right?
He couldn't control them because these niggas got other neighborhoods. If
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS solution.
Fuck that POS.
A nigga could like go back to his hood, like, look, nigga, we doing this, and it's supposed to be 100,000, nigga, but we can double back and do this, and fuck them niggas. They enemies anyway. You see how this shit go? Mm-hmm. So, what I'm learning, right? Because again, my dealings with him was always on the legal side of it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm learning.
How many of y'all got that when he was sitting on that couch next to that nigga, telling all them old stories on like $1 million worth of game or any of them other podcasts that they was doing, or when he would tell stories about the death row days and what they was doing? He really think we stupid. He really think we stupid. When he say shit like that, he really think we stupid. Why he trying to clean it all up? Why? See, that's what makes me question shit, right? It makes me really question, because we know he working. We all know now. We know he working. We know it. But he might not be in those good standings like he was before. Because he really are they telling him, man, you need to get out there and clean it up a little bit, because it ain't looking good. Officer Jones, you need to go out here and clean these past statements, because they coming back to bite you. Because we can't then arrest Big U for what people are saying on these podcasts on social media and not arrest you. That's making us look a certain way. So if you want us to go away, make that go away. Yeah. You make them past videos that you was bragging about, but you did the Oscar De La Hoya. Your extortion ass plays that you was really running. You need to make them little stories go away. 'Cause if those get louder, that means we gotta get louder. And we don't want to come get you, because you are ace in the motherfucking hole. You know? Man. It don't get no better than you, you know, but you are replaceable, because the snitches are getting younger and younger by the day. So you need to go out there and play cleanup. That's what I think you're doing.
In that, it looks to me, and I could be wrong, that whenever he did some dirty work,
man, he bit. Listen, man, you got to pay attention to what's really going on out here, man. You look, there's a common denominator, a common pattern amongst the ones who are bought, but I'll give you this, Jim. Right? If you never see me sit over there and talk to him, or you never see him on my page, and let's say my page takes off and you still don't see it, odds are me and him have no affiliation. He wants nothing to do with me. I want nothing to do with him. If he comes to your platform and makes you come to his platform, and you do come and you do sit there in that chair and you do have these conversations with this man, 9 out of 10, you know what? It's just a fact. That's how you know. That's how you know. Now, there is some probably that lay in the wing that, because he's smart. He plays this shit from A to Z. Man, we can't have any affiliation with one another, because, to tip some of the smarter ones off and get them on the radar. So we got to play it a little bit, play it different. But soon they reveal themselves too. But you can by now tell who really is he is in his back pocket and who ain't. You can tell.
That with who?
According to the work, 60s.
That's it. So I want to know where I'm backtracking at. We got some more shit. We gonna press play. You said it. I ain't say it. When I learned of the grid, I said, yeah, I had to sit down for a couple days. You know why? Because I usually know what I'm dealing with. You get what I'm saying? If you ask Pitbull right now, if I was to find out, not to say he is and I know he isn't, that he was selling pills, ask him what I answer his phone. Ask him.
Oh, he ain't gonna never talk to me again.
Like, bro, you gotta understand. Like, when you talking about
that.
No, but Geddy. So now let me tell you.
Are y'all really paying attention though to what this shit? This is why he can get away with this type of shit, because he's in he builds these echo chamber ass rooms and spaces, so he can get away with this and talk unanswered. My thing is this. This is what at least pops in my head when I hear him talking about this. You had to sit down for a while when you found out that Big U was in the grid program, or he was involved with the grid program and what that entailed. That you had to sit down for a while. It shook. It's as if it shook your core, as if you was nervous about something. But I thought you just said that everything that y'all did was legal business. So if everything that you was doing was legal, why would it shake your core? Why would you have to take a step back? What was you doing that had you a little nervous? Right? If you just said any business that you did with Big U was legal business, then why, when you found out what the grid program was and what it entailed and his involvement with it, why would that make you take a step back? Why would it shake your core, sir? Maybe you wasn't doing all that legal business like you say you was doing. Or maybe you just capping. Maybe you know exactly what the grid program was. And you know exactly what Big U intentions was with that grid program. But telling the truth don't fit your narrative. So you have to dirty it up. Just like when he found out that you was working, the first thing you started to do was to attack him as a rat with the grid program, sir. No, we not stupid out here. We know what the fuck you out here doing. But your time is coming. Your time is coming.
Why? I think your thing was Wack said he had to sit down. That must have meant something was going on. I know where you coming from. So
what was going on?
No, that's not what I meant.
That's what I meant.
Plug in everything else that comes with it. I would go to this man's home.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He has ridden in a vehicle with me, which I don't allow a lot of people to do that with, right? So when I'm sitting here thinking about this shit,
whenever he does this, he's really talking about himself. The ones who know. This is why he can come up with these elaborate lies on the spot like this, because he really just be talking about himself. Yeah, see, Big U had you at his house, not knowing you was wired for sound. Not knowing. He had you in the cars with him, not knowing that you was wired for sound. That's all you. Yeah.
Do you know what it feels like to find out a motherfucker you thought who they was, that they somebody else?
Yeah.
And then you start to think like, damn, nigga, you could have been in the trick bag. So that's the sitting down. It wasn't, oh man, is a nigga gonna tell we
the feds golden goose?
We ain't did nothing. And I'm gonna be real at this point, with him approaching 59 and looking at the time he could, I really believe wholeheartedly at this point in his life, he wouldn't give a fuck if he had me doing some crazy shit. I believe nigga, I'd be the sacrificial lamb. This is a fact. I don't worry about it because
I believe that.
Listen, if I knew me and this nigga was dirty, you think I would have been hollering the grid program shit?
Bruh.
Oh no. Nigga, hold on, Wack. You put too much light on this nigga, he get caught up. He can go tell about this. I ain't stupid. It's just the fact that I know we ain't got no dirt together. So you know what I'm saying? So that's the first.
I get it. You confident in that. That's why I said before I prefaced that by saying you always said you ain't never done it. Blah, blah, blah. You trying to say I tried to run I ain't running no fuck, bro. Wack, I would not do that, brother.
Geddy,
listen to him.
I am doing because you Geddy.
Listen to him.
Because you Geddy. Wack is doing this with you. I could have let the flow do it with you. Then you would have been content. Because they're going to say, Geddy, you playing the 50.
Why would he be content? Why do you feel like he owes you that allegiance? Why do you feel like that? Oh, because he uses your voice and likeness? You're a public figure, sir. You're a public figure. All he's doing is critiquing the content. But when it benefits you and it puts you in a good light, it's all love. Do what you do. But the moment it don't support quite what you wanted to, then it's, he got to come to the honey side, and you lucky it's me doing it, because if they did it, they would have raked you over the coals and blah, 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 barf. Why? Why is it that deep for you? Anyway, I don't want to hear no more of this, right? I just wanted to I just wanted to get a little understanding of what this was, but I already knew before I went into it what this was, and what this was is somebody that appears to be compromised. Also, teach his own, right? Do what you want to do, man. Do you. Shit, do you. I'm just critiquing the content. That's all I'm doing. I don't mean no malice over here. I'm just gonna critique the content. But yeah, that's nasty work. That's shit nasty work. He said, man, I need Geddy Radio front and center now. And that boy went right on over there. Did I fuck up? Hold on, let me see if I fucked up. No, I didn't. So, this part I wanted to get to, though. That's why the thumbnail looks like it looks with the Wheeler, Texas on it. See, man, that Wheeler, Texas thing, right? Wow. It amazes me how he just can tell so many different, events of what happened that day. Like, it's just so different than what's on the paperwork. I thought to myself, I said, my man Deuce Sims is doing a documentary, right? And I think it's about all of this case and all of this, right? And Wack keeps saying that one of the arresting officers had got caught with some something very bad. Something that people get their life taken for, involved, and I think it was with some kids or something like that. It was something bad, right? Let me make sure. I took notes. Yeah, I took notes on this one. Where is it at? Yeah. He was sending them pics. He was on his Shannon Sharp, but the other way, younger. But he said that the arresting officer was doing stuff like that, and they couldn't use him to continue the charge him or whatever. That wouldn't have been a good look. That was one of the excuses. But we're gonna press play because I don't want to get too much into it because they break it down themselves. But I said, well, damn, if you're doing that documentary, you might want to, give them another call up there, man. Go on and give them another call and see if you can corroborate that. Because you want to make sure that you have the facts straight in this documentary that you're doing. We need to know if that is actually true. I did hear that they got the arresting the camera, the camera stop footage coming soon. Oh my God. that's going to be nasty. That's going to get really nasty. And then the people still going to deny whatever they seeing that. We already know what's coming with that. But, man, I think they should call and see if they can corroborate that story, if it's true or not. You know, did a arrest an officer get busted sending those ick pics to high school kids? Or was that fabricated? Because you know, that's a misrepresentation of that officer. That officer is his job is to serve and protect, you know, in his community. You know what I'm saying? To put a jacket on him like that, man, that's harsh. Especially if it ain't true. Now, if it's true, that definitely does need to be in that documentary also. But it needs to be verified, I think. Just something to throw out there. But let's listen to what Don Mukiwe, Do Sims and Yayo from Don Mukiwe Conversations broke down about how many times he done told a different story about this traffic stop. Let's go. Is this the right part?
Shit, but I don't put it past it.
Let me see.
Need an accounting degree that equips you for today's jobs? Think WGU. Developed with input from industry experts.
Are you worried that using your home
my
address?
God. What is up with these ads, man? I know I'm making money on it. God damn. Let me see something, man. Is it 103? Is it? Yes, it is.
Or avoid.
Right here. Now listen to this.
Or avoid.
Salute to Yayo for this.
In the interest of.
A bit more.
And elaborate something when it comes to. In the interest of justice, if we got a chance, if we got a moment.
Yes, sir.
Listen to this, people.
The mic, brother.
So, everybody, this is what it is. Check this out. We've been looking up the interest of justice wrong. Great question in Texas. This is in Texas.
Let me say salute to my guy, man. I think it was Savage Astro. If you in the chat, Savage Astro, hit me up, bro, because you had sent it to me. If this is what you sent me, because I was meaning to get to it, but then I got busy doing something else that I was doing that day, and then I forgot all about it. And I know it was something. It was either you or somebody else. Somebody sent it to me, and they sent me what the definition from like the federal side, you know, of what it means. And that's what I think they was trying to tell me to look at, but I forgot to get back to it. I'm going to look when I get off of here, but I think this is the same thing you sent me. That's crazy.
So everybody, this is in Texas. Like in other states, when a prosecutor or judge allows the FBI or police informant to get off, remember, he's getting off. If the police or the FBI is allowing the informant to get off or avoid charges in the interest of justice, it usually becomes down to a combination of legal strategies and usefulness to law enforcement. Here's why that might happen. Number one, they provided valuable cooperation. Let me read that one more time.
Please do.
They provided valuable cooperation. If an informant gave up key evidence, listen to what it just said. Key evidence helped take down a larger criminal operation or aid in solving serious crimes, prosecutors might decide their cooperation outweighs their own wrongdoing. So to give you edification, if they've done something, if the rat has done something wrong or the informant has done something wrong and they started working and gave up very important key evidence and information to help take this organization or individuals down, their thing is overlooked and deemed in the interest of justice that is not that important, and their wrongdoings is basically minute compared to what information that they just gave the.
And I think that right there is the reason why he will not be charged in the no jumper incident. Yep. Now this other guy, man, he says it's happening. He said, you know, they gonna get him. He even has people, you know, tell him the same thing, you know, that they gonna get him. He's good as gotten. But then my man Salute IBM Hoodlum says otherwise. And I think If they don't, that's why. Because he yet again has provided valuable historical information and helped take down a big organization yet again. That's going to outweigh him being the orchestrator of what happened at No Jumper. Yeah.
Judge and the prosecutor. Number 2, plea deals or immunity. Prosecutors can offer immunity or reduce charges in exchange for testimony or evidence. If their testimony is crucial, letting them walk might be seen as worth it to catch bigger targets. So, in this right here, plea deals or immunity, if you think about it, CS2 Back, which is Wack 100 at the No Jumper situation, he was there. Loose Coochie Ashley Cannon said, the dudes came to disrespect Wack, and he said, nephew, got to give him something. We got to show him what to do.
Facts.
Right? So Wack had a part to play in that. But because he's working.
Hey, let me let you in on a secret real quick. This stuff right here is something that you want to add into.
He gets immunity. That's why he's not going to jail for the whole No Jumper situation. Let's just keep our eyes on that, though. Everybody else is in jail. Number 3, undercover role. Some informants actually participated in crimes under the direction of law enforcement. If their actions were part of a sting or operation, they might be protected. So again, you got CS2 Back. Hell, you got Christopher Penny. You got 600 Pennies, and anybody else associated with that. But these two characters, 600 Pennies to me is an undercover. He's playing.
I forgot Yayo said that, but I agree, Yayo.
There's
That's
nowhere
exactly
in the world you could be incriminated doing all
how
this,
he's gonna beat them charges.
Streets, doing all this, playing Mr. on Power Root. I'm Mr. Pop. Hey, listen, you doing all that? You super big P, right? Doing all this shit, nigga. You's an undercover, nigga. Motherfucking gusto. You know what I'm saying? So that's an undercover role. Look at 600 Pennies and CS2 Back. Public interest or safety. Prosecutors can dismiss charges in the interest of justice if pursuing the case.
Who did they say could dismiss them?
Prosecutors.
Why did he say only the judge in Texas can dismiss the what you call it?
This is the elaboration of what Texas does in the interest of justice. This is in the interest of justice in Texas. Number 4 is public interest or safety.
You know what the craziest thing about this that I've heard him use as an excuse or something that he had did in this Texas case with his brother, and they elaborate on it in this audio too. But when I first heard it, I said, "What?" Because see, my sister, she's a sports. I think I told y'all before. She's a sports attorney. She's a Ron Artest Meta World Pieces sports attorney currently, and I gotta call her back when I get off of here. I really do. She called me. I had talked to her about that. Me and her was shopping up. I said, man, there's somebody on this dude on Clubhouse who claimed that because him and his brother had caught a case, but his brother was in California dealing with another case, that they allowed him to stand in as his brother until he got back, until they got him there or something like. She was like, you can't do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what? That don't even make no sense. But that's what this dude said. I said, man, that's crazy. And then when Deuce Sims was doing this shit, and he elaborated on it too, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't make this shit up. That shit's crazy. And people ate it up like bubblegum.
Prosecutors can dismiss charges in the interest of justice if pursuing the case would do more harm than good, like exposing other investigations or putting people in danger. So
now my daughter calling. Everybody
people
calling.
that can be put in danger behind his role of being a CS2 137 confidential source. You got to remember that. The prosecutors could be like, okay, this is getting a little bit too much.
Might be important.
You know what I'm saying? It could cause harm, like exposing other investigations that we're doing, or putting people in danger, like this, like the confidential informant himself. Credibility. Number 5 is credibility issues. If an informant's testimony could be challenged in court, example, shady background, criminal history, they might not be prosecuted just to keep them available for other uses without dragging their record into open court. Now, being that this case got dismissed in the interest of justice, what about the Texas situation with the guns? Isn't that the case that got dismissed with the interest of justice?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. That's a criminal background right there, everybody. That's a criminal background. You got caught with 3 guns and what, 800 rounds of ammunition?
800 rounds of ammunition.
So that's not classified. That wouldn't be categorized as a criminal background history. Come on,
sir.
man. Mr. BB Gun Bandit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta see the blurred lines that he's trying to blur with spinning these narratives, dude. Number 6, last and final one. Internal deals. Some deals aren't public and involve negotiations between defense attorneys, prosecutors, and agencies like the FBI. These can result in drop charges without clear explanation. Got his ass, salute. Hey, listen, man. Right there. Internal deals right there. If you take an internal deal, some deals are not going to be made public. And, you know, they say the DA worked with the lawyer worked with the judge. All of them work together. Well, this is part of the internal deal. This is part of the deal that he can get. And then the charges can be dropped without explanation. Let's look at the guns and 800 rounds in Texas, and then look at the no jumper situation. Look at the no jumper situation. Everybody's asking why this nigga ain't in jail. Come on, bro. If I was at a scene of a situation and I'm over and my name was mentioned into something, and they like, well, shit, this dude was here because of these dudes came up here to press him, but he told you to make an example. You basically egged it on to do X, Y, Z to ABC this whole situation. Nigga, you getting arrested too. I'm getting arrested too. There's no, you can't differentiate that. You all are being lumped in together. But for some odd reason, this nigga's walking around here scot-free. We'll just leave that jewel right there dropped on you guys so you can think about that.
Is Do Sims and them live right now, or are they just live on Instagram?
In Texas, if a case get dismissed in the interest of justice. I hope
wait. And it said if the prosecution, because the state right here, this is the paperwork. This is the day that the judge signed the order. And it says the state's motion, which means the prosecution is the one that filed the motion, having been presented to me. This is the judge. The prosecutors filed the motion to dismiss and presented it to the judge March 8, 2011. And this was the day that the case was dismissed, right?
Want effective treatments for ED, hair loss, weight loss, or mental health? HIMS has helped millions of guys get support with science-backed prescription.
So, yeah, hold on. We're gonna go, and it was dismissed in the interest. What did it say? That the prosecutor could dismiss it if what?
1 second. The prosecutors and agencies like the FBI, these can result in drop charges without clear explanation. You talking about that one, or you talking about number 5?
I think it was 5.
Credibility issues, prosecutors, background, they can say if an informant's testimony could be challenged in court, shady background, criminal history, they might not be prosecuted just to keep them. Okay, that might not be that one. Oh no, it was public interest or safety. Prosecutors, number 4. It was number 4. Prosecutors can dismiss charges in the interest of justice if pursuing the case would do more harm than good, like
They live on Clubhouse on
other
YouTube. I mean,
investigations or putting people in danger.
Exposing the Biggie murder investigation, exposing the Main Street investigation.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm glad we was able to do that, and the prosecutor can file a motion. We got the proof. That's exactly what happened in his case. So he's over here lying, trying to spin false narratives to hide and conceal the foul shit he did. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to this last video. My throat is on fire, man. I'm finna make some more tea.
Man,
when start this video, I'll be right back.
I go live now, so I don't run into they live, and these niggas go live now. This is crazy. That's crazy. Man, I guess they could do it at 6 today. Would nobody go tell me that they was live either? Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. But I don't want to go through the bail hearing information, man. I put that video out this morning. Oh, my baby calling again. Oh, she didn't want that. You're good. That's for those bros. Yeah, man. When you got kids that's in college, you know. That shit's expensive. Education is expensive, and then the cost of living, to try to stay up with the cost of living, is expensive. But listen, man, I just want to say, salute to everybody, man, who did pull up on this live, man. I'm just one of those, man, I like to support. I didn't do a live this morning, so I just wanted to go live and listen to the Geddy thing. And then go over that interest of justice that they just broke down. I was going to go over a couple other things that they did in this video, but it's repetitive at this point. I will say, Wack is not. I believe because I believe what IBM told me. He's not going to get charged for that. He's gonna beat that for his cooperation. That phone call with Loose Cannon and his girl, maybe I didn't read it right. Maybe I dug too deep into that. But he kind of sounded so happy and so confident that he'd be free. It was almost if he may be really low-key already free. Just playing he's in jail role, but if not, sound like he may be getting out too. That's interesting. He sounded extremely confident, that he's going to be getting out. Yeah, they very needy. My daughter, I love her though. They don't get it twisted, man. I'm lucky, extremely lucky. She was a good kid. Barely got into shit. She take her education serious. She told me some shit the other day, fucked me up. Fucked me up. She was saying because she want to go to Cali for the summer for the 4th. She went to a concert the week before, and what's her name just happened? Coachella. Just that just happened, and she would, and I was like, man, I don't know too much about Coachella, man. You should have told me about it, man. We could have seen about getting to go down there, even after you did the concert thing. And she was like, no, I was thinking about it, but no, I'm not gonna go. She was like, college is expensive, so I'm not about. If I gotta pay for why pay for college if you're not gonna be there? Why pay for college if you're not gonna study? Why pay for college if you're not gonna try to get good grades and be productive? She went into her whole little spell like, no, like you gotta know my daughter. She's a chatty catty, And before I know it, she done went on a 30-minute spill about how stupid it is for people to pay for college and not maximize the opportunity. And I'm like, shit. She inspired me. I said, oh shit, okay. You know, next time I pay for something that I use as an investment, I'm gonna give it 120%. Nigga, I was like, okay. But I already knew she was doing her thing. But it's hard to gauge when we not in the same house, we ain't in the same town. She in Texas, I'm here, so it's hard for me to gauge if she taking it serious or not. But to hear her just go on that spill, like, that's just dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna put myself in the debt and not take advantage of my education and the opportunity to get myself out of debt and to make something of myself. That's just dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I guess she got a couple of friends who don't take that shit serious. They never go to class, or they late. They got missing assignments and all that. She was like, in high school, even though she did great in high school, always had great grades and shit, but a couple of B's here, maybe one C early off in like the 9th or the 10th. After that, she was killing it on the grades, but she was like, even then, she was like, I don't have to pay to go to, she's saying I didn't have to pay to go to high school necessarily. So, she wasn't taking it as serious. And I'm sitting there like, shit, you damn near had perfect grades for 4 years, but you didn't take it serious. Never had to deal with missing assignments outside of the 9th grade. Nah, she didn't play that missing assignment shit. Her biggest issue was finding the right elective or something. You know what I'm saying? So, something that really inspired her to grind. But she figured it out. But she like, once I got to college, and I'm coming out the wazoo, and y'all coming out the wazoo, and man, I ain't got time to be fucking around, man. That's just stupid. Cause she sound like a little mini me, cause I'm always saying what the fuck is counterproductive. Like I don't believe in half-ass and shit, man. It's either you go full ass or don't go at all. Why even waste? So that it just made me feel good that that resonated in her. Hearing me say that to her or around her, and her mama the same way. Mama wired the same way. Straight up. Salute to my ex-wife. But she didn't play either. So I'm extremely proud of my baby. So usually when she asks for something, she says she wants something, needs something, I make sure I get it and make sure it happens, But shit, she do a lot for herself, The other day I was like, how much food you got, man? I'm gonna order you some food so you can be stocked up and you ain't gotta spend this money I'm gonna send you. She had already went grocery shopping. Took care of that. I'm like, okay. Hand me your motherfucking scandal. She know how to cook. She cooked her. So I cooked my first Thanksgiving meal by myself at the age of 13. My grandma's best friend is who taught me how to cook, because I used to always want to know how to cook, because I love food and I love the smell of her food, and I would always want to be interested in what it was she was in the kitchen doing. So she taught me, and I did my first one at 13. My baby upped me a year by doing her first Thanksgiving meal from A to Z by herself at the age of 12. That was one of the proudest moments I ever had. The turkey was cooked, the ham was cooked, macaroni and the mashed potatoes was cooked. I did help with like the glaze, because I do a good ham, a good honey, with the glaze that you go to them, them ham places that you got to pay an arm and a leg to get, because they do the glaze so good. You ain't got to spend that money, save that motherfucking money. It's so easy to do them. You ain't got to go to them places for shit like that. But honey baked hams. But yeah, I'd made the glaze for her to make sure that was straight, and I brined the turkey for her. But she was with me every step of the way. So, but as far as getting her ass in that kitchen and doing what she do, yeah, she did that. but she ain't perfect. Like her flaws is not taking care of expensive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like her iPhones. Oh man, I done bought her 100,000 iPhones. Shit is crazy. You know, it used to be earbuds. Now she got that correct. But my other youngest daughter, my stepdaughter, that's her issue now. She can't take care of shit to save her life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, proud of my oldest baby, man. She was telling me about dating, and you know, I that shit is awkward for me to ask her about dating and shit. Hate talking to her about that, but I asked her about that, and she's like, I don't know what it is, Dad. It must have been with hearing you, you know, tell me I'm a princess, and you know, don't love anybody more than I love myself, and my mom telling me the same thing, and she was like, man, I'm not even thinking about dating right now. She was like, I got plenty of time for that. I want to get myself situated with school. I want to enjoy life. I want to travel. And most importantly, I got to have a man that's going to treat me right, talk to me right, you know, do right by me. And nowadays, a lot of these dudes is disrespectful and they only want one thing. And I don't got time for that. I ain't got time to be barefooted and pregnant, sitting around doing nothing. I was like, okay, shit. Had me on the fence like, well, babe, we all ain't bad now. You know, you might find you one, you know, who ain't all into that, but he a good dude. Don't miss out on your blessings, you know, being stuck up. Cause she gave me the stuck up vibes and shit. And if you listening to this live right now, boo, you know I love you. You know it. You know it. I'm only repeating what we already said on the phone, cause she don't like that shit either. You know what I'm saying? She don't like well this right here she be cool with, but like personal she don't like that. Which I understand because I'm the same way. I really don't like you know, things that are personal need to stay personal. I really believe in that. You know, but motherfuckers be out here pillow talking. Motherfuckers can't hold water. You know, people just be running their motherfucking mouth. But yeah, super proud of my baby, man. Super proud of her. All right, I think I'm gonna get up off of here so I can slide over there and support the bros. Let me see what she said. Oh, it's okay, boo. It's okay. I love you. What y'all doing for dinner today, man? What's today? Taco Tuesday. That's what I was gonna do. Is today Tuesday? Yeah, I was gonna do Taco Tuesday today. If anybody on this live is from Compton, you know I do my tacos like Taco Pete. I know if you know about Compton, you know about Taco Pete. I usually do my tacos like that, but I threw an audible, man. I'm not even gonna do tacos. We're gonna do them homemade sub sandwiches. Yeah, we're gonna do them homemade sub sandwiches, man. Hit them with that oil and vinegar, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it, you know, keep it easy. Keep it easy, man. Cause I tell you, man, when it come to like cooking, I don't like buying like pre-cooked shit and cooking it. I don't like to do the pre-cooked shit. I like fresh, everything fresh, you know. And if you really take your time and think out your meal, it don't really take that long to make everything that you need homemade, you know. But it's a process, you know. If you think ahead of time, you have most of the stuff that you can have prepared, and you can do that damn near every time. That's how I view. That's how I cook. My wife, on the other hand, she'd throw some canned, not since she's been with me, but she would have threw some canned something in a pot and cooked that shit and ate that shit and been happy with that shit. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Yeah, man, I gotta do my shit from scratch, man. The only thing I have not done yet, because I don't have the machinery, is making pasta. But I always wanted to learn and make my own pasta, pizza dough, stuff like that. I've done that, but I don't have the machine that cuts the pasta in the pasta strips, or it takes it through the machine. I forgot what they call a pasta maker, I guess, pasta grinder. The only thing I need to get one of those, but I got all those type of gadgets in my kitchen. It's crazy. Now here go my guy Florida boy calling. God damn, I'm a famous nigga this morning. this evening. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna end this live anyway, man. What up, Florida? Let me end this. Hold on for a second, Florida, and I'm gonna end this live, and we're gonna chop it up. Can you hear me, Florida? Can you hear me? Yeah. Hey, I'm on live, but I'm about to end it right now. So just hold on. I'm gonna end it. But anyway, hey y'all, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. You know I do. From the bottom of my heart, man. I love it. Each and every one of y'all who been rocking with me from the jump. If you knew, I love you too. I want nothing but the best for you. Believe that. I don't just be up here talking. And I ain't perfect either, but you know, I'm trying to get there, man. Y'all have a good Tuesday, man. Stay safe, man. Stay alert. Stay dangerous. Don't be a sucker. Stay sucker free. Keep talking that truth to power. Don't fall for these bullshit ass narratives that these motherfuckers is out here running, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot going on out here, and if you ain't paying attention, you'll get swept in it. And I'll catch y'all on the other side, man. Stand on the media. Let's go.